Last night at San Diego Comic-Con, Marvel announced a lot of things regarding their cinematic universe. Those things include new projects and their release dates, casting announcements, more characters officially returning in Doomsday, a special guest who didn't seem to be invited, and a new exclusive sneak peek of Avengers Doomsday, but it got leaked. And in this video, I will cover and break down everything announced, as well as give my thoughts and theories. If you're new to this channel, my name is Carter, and I talk about all things associated with nerd culture, specifically comic books, DC, and Marvel, along with other things thrown into the mix. But now that you know more about me, let's get into the video. So the first big thing that was announced was a standalone Ghost Rider film set to release in 2028. The movie will be directed by Shawn Levy, and the actor who will lead the film as Ghost Rider is Ryan Gosling. Now the first thing I want to address is the amount of disappointment expressed by fans by the decision to have Shawn Levy direct the film. And I think anybody and everybody who says this is wrong. Shawn Levy has directed many great movies, such as Night at the Museum series, Free Guy, Deadpool & Wolverine, Real Steel, and he's played a pivotal role in the success of the hit TV show Stranger Things, as he was the executive producer and directed a couple episodes. With all this in mind, personally, I'm not disappointed at all. In fact, I think it actually makes me more excited for the project. Now moving on to the first big casting announcement. Yes, there's two. Which is Ryan Gosling as Ghost Rider. I believe that this is absolutely awesome. I am extremely excited to see him in this role. I truly believe he will crush it because he's basically crushed every role given to him, as he is a phenomenal actor. And one of my personal favorite actors, who looks the part, and I believe most definitely will act the part. So I'm extremely excited for this project, and I personally don't have any complaints. Now the next big thing announced is Black Panther 3, which is set to release December 15th, 2028, and will be directed by Ryan Coogler, who directed the first two Black Panther movies, along with many other great films. Right after announcing this, they announced that they cast a new Black Panther, which will be T'Challa's son, and will be played by actor David Johnson. I'm extremely excited to see how this turns out on the big screen, and just overall just extremely excited for the movie. You might be wondering, since they showed T'Challa's son in Wakanda Forever, and he was just a kid, maybe 7 or 8, why would it make sense to have a big time skip in between the second movie and the third movie to where he's an adult? I personally think this movie will take place in the reset or soft reboot after Secret Wars, and where David Johnson will be the Black Panther of that reset universe. I also think the Ghost Rider film will take place in the reset universe as well. Honestly, it's so crazy how we're so close to an MCU soft reboot or reset after having the MCU be a thing for the past 2 decades. Moving on, we have Haley Atwell returning in Avengers Doomsday. I wasn't really surprised at this because we know Steve has a child in Avengers Doomsday, but regardless, I'm still excited to see her in the movie. Deadpool crashed the party? Ryan Reynolds showed up at Hall H in a new Deadpool costume. It kind of looks like the X-Force suit, and apparently he will not be making his Avengers debut in Avengers Doomsday, which honestly, I doubt. I still think he'll be in the movie. Then to wrap it up, we have news about Doomsday. First, we have a cool Doomsday poster, which shows Doom looking absolutely sick. Then there is a sneak peek exclusive to those in attendance of the event, though as previously mentioned, it did get leaked. Now I can't show the sneak peek, but I will talk about it, as there was something big revealed in it. We learned that Reed and Sue have a history with Doom in this movie. Sue says this about Doom talking to the other heroes. Victor was the smartest guy in every room. He used to be different. He used to be kind. He used to be caring. But then everything he loved was taken from him. I knew he was lost, but I did not realize he was broken. Which reveals that RDJ's Doom is a part of their universe, and isn't some Tony Stark from another universe, which other fans had theorized and thought it was going to be. Later in the sneak peek, Reed asks Doom if he is responsible for the wreckage that is shown in the first trailer, in which Doom replies, "All of you have lived stolen lives. Now you must give them back." Ooh, this guy has aura. Now this makes me a lot more interested in seeing RDJ as Doom. Also at the end of the sneak peek, Thor says to Doom, "I swear you will beg for hell long before I grant it," in which Doom replies, "Hell answers to me," and advances with an army of Sentinels. Yes, Sentinels from X-Men. I'm not gonna lie, this makes me way more hyped for Doom as a villain. Now that concludes everything announced at the con. There was no news about Secret Wars or any future X-Men projects, which I've seen fans pretty disappointed about, but me personally, I'm pretty happy with what we've got. Now one theory I want to end the video off with that is a theory of mine is that, have you noticed that a lot of the main Avengers have had their own kids now, and this coincidentally takes place right before the reboot, and Prince T'Challa, who will be grown in the new reboot and the new Black Panther, it seems, It seems like they're trying to make all of these main Avengers that we know of's kids the new team, which I really hope they don't do this. I would way rather than just recast all the main Avengers and adapt new stories and have new events. This kind of makes me scared for the reboot, but yeah, that's just my personal opinion and theory. Let me know what you think about that down in the comments below. That's the end of this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, turn on the post notification bell, and don't forget to follow me on my TikTok, which will be right here. That's it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.